Welcome students. Let us discuss the chemical properties of aldehyde and ketones. The first one is nucleophilic addition reaction. First one is nucleophilic addition reaction. Here the carbonyl carbons, this is the carbonyl carbon. This carbonyl carbon carries a small degree of positive charge, so the nucleophiles are richer in electron or they carries negative charge. This nucleophile attack this carbonyl carbon so that a carbon nucleophile sigma bond is formed. This is the sigma bond. The nucleophile which carries negative charge, it contains the lone pair of electrons. By using those electrons, it attacks this carbon so that a carbon nucleophile sigma bond is formed. At the same time, this oxygen is more electronegative, so these two electrons shifted to the oxygen atom. So now the oxygen carries the negative charge and form a tetrahedral intermediate. This is the nucleophile. It's the oxygen which carries negative charge, and there is a intermediate is formed. So during this reaction, this sp2 hybridized carbon, here it is sp2 hybridization, is changes into sp3 hybridized carbon. Now this tetrahedral intermediate can be protonated by using an acid or by water. This is the nucleophile. This can be protonated by using acid or by water. So this negative charge attract this hydrogen, and we will be getting OH and a nucleophile. All the nucleophilic addition reaction follows the same mechanism. Let us see some of the example. The first one is addition of, here an aldehyde undergo reaction with hydrogen cyanide. This is the carbonyl carbon. This Cn minus is a nucleophile. This minus nucleophile attack the carbonyl carbon, and this two electrons shifted to oxygen atom, so it form a tetrahedral intermediate CH3 hydrogen. This is oxygen which carries negative charge, and this is the cyanide ion. Now it undergo, this is the intermediate actually, tetrahedral intermediate. It undergo hydrolysis and it gives cyanohydrine. Cyanohydrine. Name of this compound is 2-hydroxy propane nitrine. Second one is addition of sodium bisulfite. NaHSO3. Acetone CH3 C double bond O CH3. When this acetone is treated with NaHSO3, here this can be HSO3 can be written as O minus SO2H. This oxygen carries the negative charge, so these two electrons attack this carbonyl carbon. These electrons shifted to oxygen atom and form a intermediate CH3 oxygen, and this is OSO2H. This is an intermediate. Here proton transfer takes place. And we will be getting C. This hydrogen is transferred to here, H, CH3. This is CH3. This is SO2Na. That is, the sodium is again is added to here. Third one is addition of alcohol. When acetaldehyde CH3C, and this is hydrogen double bond O oxygen, and here treated with 2 equivalent of methanol, that is CH3OH, in the presence of HCl, it gives CH3 CH OCH3, here OCH3. Name of this compound is 1,1 dimethoxyethane. Name of the compound is 1,1 because the first carbon to methoxy group is attached, dimethoxyethane. Next we will discuss the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. First one is oxidation of aldehydes. Aldehydes are easily oxidized to carboxylic acid and containing same number of carbon atom. Here potassium dichromate or KMnO4 are used as a oxidizing agent. For example, acetaldehyde. This is acetaldehyde. When it is undergo oxidation in presence of KMnO4, an oxidizing agent, it give acetic acid CH3COOH. So aldehyde undergo oxidation and give carboxylic acid, and this containing same number of carbon atom. Next one is oxidation of ketone. Ketone are not easily oxidized. By using powerful oxidizing agent, they undergo oxidation, and here the carbon-carbon bond is cleaved, and we will be getting a mixture of carboxylic acid having less number of carbon atom than the parent ketone. Unsymmetrical ketone undergo oxidation, and that oxidation is explained based on the Popup's rule. What is Popup's rule means? During oxidation of an unsymmetrical ketone, a carbon and carbonyl bond, this bond is cleaved in such a way that the keto group stay with the smaller alkyl group. For example, CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. Name of this compound is pent-2-one, that is 2-pentanone. When this ketone undergo oxidation in presence of concentrated nitric acid, it gives CH3 CH2 COOH plus CH3 COOH. This is propanoic acid and this is ethanoic acid. So this is unsymmetrical ketone. Here the oxidation is explained based on the Popov's rule. What this rule says that here during this oxidation reaction, the bond C carbon and carbonyl group, this bond is cleaved in such a way that this carbonyl group stay with the less number of or smaller alkyl group. Next one is reduction reaction. First one is reduction to alcohol. Aldehydes are reduced to primary alcohol and ketones are reduced to secondary alcohol. For example, when acetaldehyde CH3 C double bond O, this is H acetaldehyde. When it is undergo reduction in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, it gives ethyl alcohol CH3 CH2 OH, that is primary alcohol. When acetone CH3 C double bond O CH3, this is acetone, a ketone. When it is undergo reduction in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride, it gives CH3 CHOH CH3. This is the secondary alcohol. So aldehyde undergo reduction and gives the primary alcohol, and ketone when it is undergo reduction it gives the secondary alcohol. Next one is reduction to hydrocarbon. When aldehyde ketone can be reduced to methylene group under suitable reducing agent and to give hydrocarbons. So this carbonyl group can be reduced to methylene group so that we will be getting a hydrocarbon. The first one is Clemmensen reduction. Aldehyde and ketones, when it is heated with the zinc amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid, it gives hydrocarbons. For example, when acetaldehyde heated with zinc amalgam, it gives CH3 CH3. The group is reduced into methylene group, that is CH2O group. So we will be getting ethane. Second one is CH3 C double bond O CH3, ketone. The same way, when this acetone is treated with zinc amalgam, and this group is reduced into methylene group, so we will be getting CH3, CH2, CH3, propane. We will be getting a hydrocarbon, that is propane. Next naming reaction is Wolff-Kishner reaction. Wolff-Kishner reaction. An aldehyde and a ketone, when it is heated with hydrogen, that is NH2NH2 and sodium ethoxide, they gives hydrocarbon. For example, when acetaldehyde CH3 C double bond O H acetaldehyde, when it is undergo reduction with hydrogen NH2 and here sodium ethoxide is act as a catalyst, and we will be getting CH3, that is ethane. The same way, when acetone undergo reduction in presence of NH2, that is hydrogen, and sodium ethoxide is act as a catalyst, and this group is reduced into methylene group, so we will be getting CH3, CH2 and CH3, a hydrocarbon, that is propane. Next one is reduction to pinacols. When ketone undergo reduction, the presence of magnesium amalgam and water, it gives symmetrical diols. For example, when acetone CH3 C double bond O this is the ketone undergo reduction with magnesium amalgam and gives pinacol CH3 C CH3 OH C OH CH3 CH3. This is called pinacols. Next reaction is haloform reaction. Here, this carbonyl group, aldehyde and methyl ketone, which containing this carbonyl group, when it is treated with halogen and alkali, its corresponding haloform is formed. For example, when acetone is heated with chlorine and alkali, that is sodium hydroxide, it gives CCl3 and CHCl3 plus CH3 C double bond O ONB. This reaction is called as the haloform reaction, and this is very important reaction.